Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, the chosen one.
Hey, it's D. Hey, y'all, Jazz.
Hey, it's Christian. And we are the No Filter Christians.
Yo, welcome to the realest in the game, no disguise. Breaking down the truth, see it clear with no lies. Church ain't a building, faith ain't a show. We call it how it is, let the Holy Spirit flow. No cap, no fluff, we speak what's real. Breaking all the chains, yeah, faith is the deal. If you're tired of the fake, tired of the script, then buckle up, fam, this is No Filter Christians. Yeah. Yeah, this is No Filter.
Thank y'all for tuning in. The first video has already been put out. So if you're watching this one and didn't see the first one, stop this one. Well, come back to this one, but go check out the first one first, and then come back and check this one out. There was some good stuff that we talked about in there and everything.
The good first one. The first episode. But yeah. So we got 3 videos today, which I guess will still equal up to the last one because technically I had that one just with no video to show.
Yeah.
Technically,
Exactly.
we just got the 3 videos this time. So we will go with the first video that you chose. If you want to give us a quick overview.
So it was just a video that I seen. It was of Pastor Marvin Sapp's wife on Easter morning. And I just didn't know how to feel about it. I don't know. So, so I want to see what you guys thought.
So, Bishop, thank you so much for taking all of me, all that came with me. Ministry, goofy, loud, happy, loving. I appreciate you. Despite what the haters on the internet say about you, you are an integral man. You don't take or rob the church. The church didn't pay for the wedding. Y'all stop lying. God's been good to me. Y'all stop that. Y'all stop the devil. You are defeated. Yeah. 10 saying all these lies about the man of God. I bought the helicopter. He didn't buy the helicopter. Let's make that straight while we screaming. Y'all stop lying. Stop it. Everybody not broke. And everybody don't need the church's money to pay. God's been good, y'all. I just don't look good. But I have surrendered my life to God. And he's blessed me with multiple streams of income as well as the bishop. He has multiple streams of income outside the church. When he wasn't getting paid here, God still blessed him. God still blessed. So y'all go and record and tell that.
So my perspective, first of all, I'm not very out there. I'm not very vocal. That's just who I am. I like to stay behind the scenes. I just didn't know if all of that was called for on Easter morning. Like, why does it matter who paid for the helicopter? You don't owe these people nothing. My bad. But why? I don't know. I just feel like it left a bad taste in my mouth only because I don't know if it seemed prideful, but then I had to check myself, like, am I being judgmental? So I done been down like a reputable and everything because I felt like I was being judgmental because I felt like she was being prideful because it just, I don't know, in my opinion, it just didn't take all of that, but that's just me. I don't know.
I guess, what helicopter? I don't really
for the wedding, for their wedding. I don't. So at least that's what I'm guessing. So I was reading some comments. I don't know how true it was. It probably wasn't true. They were saying as soon as she get the mic, that's her first time getting a mic, and she do all of that. I don't know if that's her first time having a mic. I don't know. If it was, that's a bad look, in my opinion.
All right. So they got married, right? So that's
I guess I should have did some more research.
All right. So their wedding is under attack. Is that what's going on? They did too much.
I don't even know though. I don't know. That's what everybody was saying in the comments. Like, I guess I don't know if people have just been talking about Marvin Sapp, like because he was the one not too long ago, right, when he told him close the doors. Yeah. So I think he just kind of been
and then made it a song.
Yeah. So I think he just been kind of talked about. So when she got her opportunity to have the mic, she just yeah. So I just didn't know if like how would you feel as a visitor coming to that church for the first time? Like I don't know.
I feel like the line about not everybody broke was kind of uncalled for. It was like,
right.
You could have been like, hey, no, we didn't use the church's money to pay for our wedding.
Right.
We're
financially set.
Yeah. We didn't need, the church's money. We used the church's money appropriately. That was set aside. Not everybody's broke. Right. Make it seem like y'all just broke and y'all don't understand when you're not broke. So.
You ain't never quiet.
Just let everybody get it in.
Mm-hmm.
So my take on it, which this and anything related, I feel like if you need to address the world, church isn't the place to address the world. So if you're being attacked, saying that saying people talk about you, saying you misusing the church's funds, all this other stuff. There's other. Go to social media like anybody else.
Other avenues.
You know what I'm saying? If when we in church, that's the Lord's time. You know what I'm saying? Everything else that's going on has nothing. Like we here to praise God, and I'm here to bring y'all a message.
Right.
If y'all have an issue with my wedding, or how I decided to get married, or what we bought, or whatever for our wedding, you know what I'm saying? We can address that outside of Sunday service. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this is that is like going to a church where they do the pastor's anniversary. You know, like when you have pastor's anniversary. I feel like Sunday is not the time for a pastor's anniversary. I feel that's what Saturday is for.
I guess,
you know what I'm saying? Do that on Saturday because Sunday is about God. You know what I'm saying? If we start taking that away, yes, I feel like you should 100% honor your pastor. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it should be during service. You know what I'm saying? It could be a after service event if you want to do it that way, or it could be a Saturday service event. You know what I'm saying? But to do it in the middle of church, we didn't come for that. Like I said, if I'm a visitor, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to hear a good word. I'm not here for all of that. Like that's messy. And you know what I'm saying? And there's no place that's not for Sunday to bring your drama. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have new people coming in here. You know what I'm saying? We're here to hear the word. You know what I'm saying? Just like before we settled down at a church, you know what I'm saying, just going to other people's churches. There was one I went to where, you know what I'm saying, it was cool. Started with praise and worship. They even had their own little like special song that they opened up to with their church name in there. It was nice. I'm like, okay, that's different. You know, cool. And then it just stopped and jumped right into political Black Lives Matter talk because they brought somebody in who I guess just became the president of whatever organization we have in Ohio for Black people. And then into the message. You threw me all off. I was in the zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm worshiping. Now I'm ready to hear a good word. But instead, I got to listen to you talk about Donald Trump and how much you don't like him. I'm not here for that.
Right.
That's not what I came from. I came to praise the Lord and hear a good word and go home.
Yeah, but to play devil advocate.
Right.
Play devil advocate. How many new members is there for this controversy? Because of him being in the applause, or they want to just see what else he about to do, what else he gonna say with the whole close the doors. And then now they said you taking church's money to pay for this extravagant wedding, and you taking all that other stuff. people love drama. People love drama. Soon as the one pastor in I think it was in LA, I forget his name. I think he might have passed. If he didn't, my bad. But soon as his scandal came out that he was homosexual,
Right.
church number doubled. You couldn't get the people waiting in line outside the doors to get in there just to see the drama.
Mm-hmm.
So you coming here, I'm about to nip it in the butt. So for all y'all that's coming here, sitting here thinking that the bishop is this scandal, that the bishop is this person as the helpmate, I'm about to nip this in the butt. It ain't that. I paid for that. I did that. So all y'all that's sitting in this congregation that came today, hoping that y'all about to see something or catch something, we gonna nip it in the butt before service start. I don't know if service started or not. I don't know if that's the beginning, the middle, the end of service, or what.
Mm-hmm.
But before we even move forward into anything, all y'all in here for the wrong reasons, we're gonna nip that in the butt right now. So before I hand it over to the pastor and we do all this stuff, all this X, Y, and Z that y'all came here for, ain't it?
Right. Now, if you're doing it before service, okay, because nothing started yet. Now you could. I can see you. I would be more okay with this starting before church because everybody's still, you know what I'm saying, not yet in the zone unless you like part of the praise and worship thing. But I'm hoping everybody on the team already knew this was coming. Or at the end because I've already got the word. I got what I came for the people who are going there for the word.
Mm-hmm.
We got what we came for, you know. But like if it's in the middle, I feel like it's, you know, like yes, like y'all, you can feel like, oh, this needs to be said. But like you're kind of, how do you come back from that? What happens? What happens next?
They take tithes and offering.
Like, what's your, like that's the thing. What's your next?
That's the setup for tithes and offering.
What's your next move? Because if it's tithes and offering, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I am not giving you nothing. That is a crazy avenue for tithes and offering.
I don't know. I'm just saying no.
Like what is your?
But what is coming after that?
Yeah.
Yeah. To a certain extent, I feel like it kind of feeds into it. Because, like, we're not seeing whatever the message was for that day. We're seeing the headline, Marvin Sapp's wife claps back at bloggers.
Right.
So you're not really getting the message from whatever the message was that day. You're getting, she clapped back. Like, I don't know if it would be better if she did it afterwards and then it was, like, already over. Everybody got, like you said, everybody already got the word and everything. And then she was like, hey, yeah, just to address this. But I don't know if you are getting what you came there for, whatever word happened that day.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter when it was or the order of service or how it was, this part was juicier.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So this is what's going to catch everybody. This is what we're going to put out.
Right.
This is what I'm going to go off of, regardless of what it was. It could have just been, leaders in there and stuff. We don't know. We didn't see the congregation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what it was. I'm saying they got a huge church, so they're gonna have more than 5 leaders and stuff, more than 5 people that's in place. I'm just saying we don't know when this was or anything, but because and that goes back to the last podcast with what you do when a pastor miss his mark or misquote the scripture or miss this, that, and the third. You got to understand your platform and your position. Like you said, this could have been done in your car. This could have been done at home. and stuff like that. So to bring it to the pulpit and address it from the pulpit, whether your intentions was good or not, is going to come across nasty.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come across the wrong way. I felt like if you would have did this in your office space and you just sitting at home on the couch, you got your phone now, you just going live to address the blogger, I felt like the attraction wouldn't have been as big
Right.
and stuff. But because of the platform you did it on, it overshadows the message
Yeah.
in a sense and stuff like that, because you have every right to defend your husband.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. You have every right to go and help fight his battles and stuff like that. But it's the platform that you choose to put it on. And it goes back to what you said with like the Black Lives, like when people was like on the Black Lives Matter, when the Black Lives Matter was high, people would say, well, all lives matter. Like, this ain't that platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all lives matter, but we're not talking about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can, like, some of the message can get overshadowed when you choose the wrong platform to present it on.
Right.
Yeah, this was obvious.
Like I don't feel like there was nothing wrong with what she said or anything like that. It's just that wasn't the podium to do it on.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, she could have said it differently. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree with that too. That she could have said
she
it
could have said
differently.
it even if like there's ways you could have you could have said it a whole lot better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, real quick, you know what I'm saying? I noticed there's a lot more people in the building than normal. I just want to address, you know, a few things that's been going around on the internet. Our wedding was not paid for by the church. We pay for that with money that we get from whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's book sales or whatever y'all got from writing your books, from him doing his music. We know he does other stuff other than just preach. And be like, you know, that is what, not that it's any of y'all in business. I mean,
right.
And
that too,
business.
though. It is
like,
nobody's
you know,
business.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have addressed
that's what,
I wouldn't have addressed it at all. You know, because I mean,
I don't owe you nothing.
I don't owe you.
I don't owe you nothing.
And, you know what I'm saying? I got money other than what the church pays me. You know, most pastors do. You know what I'm saying? Especially from a mega church. Like, yeah, they probably get a lot of money from the church. I'm not going to say they won't. But they get other ways to also make money. Like, you know, I don't owe you an explanation, but the church did not pay for our wedding. You know, that came from our own pockets, from our other businesses.
I almost felt like she was matching energy with them. I don't know, like, because she'll come up, and then when she started talking about God, her voice will get back calm. But then, she was ready for them.
Oh, absolutely. She was ready to She was up there with all the
I want the helicopter.
You know what I'm saying? Put everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? You talking about cup in hand, she saved energy. She came up saving guns blazing. She ready to just
listen. 20 seconds in, she was ready. After she said thank you to her husband, that was it. She done undressed her man. Now she coming for y'all.
But for her, that being her first time, I probably wouldn't have did that for my first time.
I don't know. That's what the comments were saying. I didn't do my own due diligence.
You could tell she hasn't been a public speaker.
Okay, yes.
Just by the way she presented, and like some of her words was kind of like stumbling. Because if you get too emotional, that tends to happen, especially when it's your first time, because you're not to regulate your emotions, and you know it's just coming out like it would normally come out if you get heated in an argument.
Right.
You know. So it's that if it ain't her first time, she's still new to that, and that would have been another reason why, you know what I'm saying. Even if I agree with her coming up and talk, I probably would have said no. You know what I'm saying, let's address that in another avenue, because I don't think you're quite ready to address this publicly on such a huge stage.
The comment said that Marvin Sapp gave her the white mic and she just went off like, I don't know if
You know your wife.
well, yeah. I don't know though. I don't know. I wish I would have. Now I am. So the next time when we come back, I am gonna have to do some more research just to find out. Because prior to this, I had never seen any videos of her.
Mhm.
I have never I've heard of them speak of her, but I've never seen her speaking on the mic. So for this to be the first time that you addressed a church, I just felt like it was out of place. It could have been said differently. Had it been said differently, maybe. But that, yeah, I don't know if I would like that as a visitor on Easter Sunday. And
especially it makes it worse because it's Easter.
yeah.
Not only is it Sunday and that's the Lord's Day, but you're gonna choose Easter out of all the days to come up here and confront the masses is on the day that the Lord is risen. Today is too much of a good day for you to be coming up here acting like that on the day that Jesus raised from the dead. Whether y'all believe this is the actual day or not, regardless, this is the day we worship.
We celebrate it, right?
It's definitely not the day for that. It's definitely not the day on Resurrection Sunday.
Not Resurrection Sunday.
Because when did they get married?
See, I don't know. See, I didn't do my due diligence. I wish I would have known. Let me look it up.
No. Because if they got married a while ago, you shouldn't even address this at all. If it's been anything over 6 months, it's in the past. I'm not talking about something.
Oh, they just got married. Okay, so according to Google, I don't know if it says they were married March 20th, 2026. Oh yeah, so it was like literally maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, I was about to say Easter was like maybe 2 weeks later. They had just got back from the honeymoon.
they followed on
Listen. I'm weak. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Still, though, I don't know. That it just left a bad taste in my mouth. But then again, though, too, I told you, I even had to pause and stop myself because I felt conflicted that I was being judgmental on her. So I don't want to say that I was that she was being prideful. That's just how, I don't know. That's what I felt I got from how she presented it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that was her intention, but
her feelings was hurt.
Yep,
you could definitely tell.
Yeah. So so at the end of it, prideful. Yeah.
She was reacting off her emotions. She was fired up and everything. And if she had time to sit down and think about it, she may have addressed it in a different way that may have come across better. So
got that mic. She said it's Mike.
I don't think it was her more in a sense of him. If you at home and your significant other is being dragged all through social media, all through all this other stuff, and you see his reaction day to day on it and stuff like that, I don't think it was a sense of let's say her emotions more than her saying he's not here alone.
She's stepping in for it.
Y'all not about to just be bullying and picking on this man and stuff like that. Yes, rest in peace. You know what I mean? She been gone for some years and stuff like that. He been out here alone, navigate through life, kids, all this other stuff. And now everything that he say or do, y'all want to put in the blogs and scrutinize and everything else. Hey, we are human. We all done popped off.
Mm-hmm.
We all done get into our emotions. We all done get into our feelings. And we ain't gonna act like we ain't never seen a pastor get on the stage and air out other people's little laundry in the family.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying no names. But you go into them and talk to them, and then next thing you know, you in the middle of the sermon.
Mm-hmm.
You go sit with a pastor, like, yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. Next thing you know, how I get into your message? How I get into your message and stuff. It was just the whole. I felt like it was just human. I felt like she was going a direction, but once she said you a man of God, and then it just triggered it. Like it just that human nature just snapped in. Oh, by the way, all y'all out here. Like, I don't think it was intentional. Like, oh, when I get up here, I'm about to just go off on bloggers and stuff. I felt like her intentions was to just go up here, honor the pastor, and go. But I felt like when she said that word, it just triggered.
If I feel like if anything, if that's the case, she thought about it.
Oh, she definitely thought
it.
I'm
gonna get up there. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Nah. And then maybe that's when it took off. It was like, yeah, but I guess,
wish all the best.
But at the same time, Marvin Sapp is a veteran in the Christian community. You have been in the spotlight for decades. All right, this ain't the first you done dealt with paparazzi. Ain't the first you done dealt with rumors. This ain't the first you done had to go through situations.
Yeah, some lady stalking them.
You know what I'm saying? Any person that has any type of fame that dealt with some stuff. Y'all done dealt with rumors and stuff like that y'all had to shut down. You know what I'm saying? This ain't any different. You know? What's any different? You know what I'm saying? You already had the rumors when you told them to lock the doors when it came down to money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you dealt with that. You know, I feel like this isn't any different. You know, you didn't go publicly and address that on stage enough to have people doing videos about it.
He didn't address it.
He made a song out of it.
Like, he didn't address
none of it. He made a song out of it for real? Oh, I thought somebody else made a song out of it.
When I started playing the song and I said, close them doors. I said, was I in another video? No, he put it in the song. Like, it's the intro to one of his songs.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, okay. He embraced it. So
hey.
So embrace it. No, yeah, but that's not, she's not the one that said anything.
Right, though.
So I can't control. What I can do is, this is what I can do. I can't control her because she got the mic. And what I cannot do is interrupt her while she has the mic. That's going to look even worse. So I'm going to stand here on my rack, let her see what she got to say. And then once we go into the back, yeah, I don't think you should have said that.
I was about to say, so does that open him up to more, though?
You sit there, you go.
That's going to open up. I feel like him doing that and her going off is going it's like a catch-22 in that situation. Like, there's no way that the maneuvering of it, because even if then it would have been Marvin Sapp Check's wife for going at bloggers. Either way, it was gonna be that regardless. As soon as she opened her mouth and said,
"That's what y'all do."
By the way,
you do silent ways and say, "Don't do that." So
he went like this.
Yeah, dude. She did make eye contact with him.
Did you catch it?
So regardless of what he did signal or him going none of that, she never looked back at him.
Oh.
She said, "By the way," she looked right at that camera and did her little rant. So, only thing I can do at that point, hey man, and then we just gonna figure this out once church over and we back in the back room. But I feel like that, like, if anybody takes shots at Marvin, that's crazy.
Yeah. Now, if he didn't know nothing about it, and this man just got blindsided on a Sunday morning, okay, all right. But if you knew, my thing is, okay, if I'm sitting you up, so just like, all right, so daddy, daddy has a habit of, what I'm saying, if you're going through something, with good intentions, what I'm saying, he does that whole, come on up, we'll pray for you, let the church know what you're going through type thing, When Miracle passed, what I'm saying, I know this man. I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, I don't want to do that this Sunday, and it didn't go down. You know your wife. You know the person you married. Look, I know we're dealing with a whole lot of things. All right, but I just wanted the stage is not the place to address that. Okay, we can come up with a plan and we can sit down and we can do a separate video if you want to address it, or we can let it die.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a personality, and that's not new. That's not new to you. You know her personality. You should have already thought that. Okay, there's a slight chance.
Yeah.
That she may bring up the wedding. So let me address this before church. Hey, just let it go.
Mm.
Don't bring it up when you go up there and, and do whatever you got to do, whatever your part of the service is, whether it's announcements or whatever. Just do that. And then if she did decide to go off anyway, then that's a whole nother conversation. But I feel like you should know your wife well enough to know that could have been a possibility.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they had seen something before church and that's what put it in her mind. She just saw something beforehand and then she was like, I'm tired of this, I'm gonna address it. Or was it just something that was building up for her, or I don't know.
Yeah.
We can't really know what happened before.
Right. And then to not see the whole service. So now I'm kind of curious. And I kind of want to go back and watch the whole service.
I think I've seen it on TikTok. I think there's more.
Is it more than 2 minutes?
I think it's more to it.
Oh, man.
I just don't really fully remember. I remember when you sent me the video, I was like, oh, I've seen this a while ago. But I feel like there was more.
Oh, now I might have to see. We might have to.
I think her part wasn't it. After that, she gave the mic back to him.
I don't even want the mic.
May the Lord
watch. Yeah, there's no more church. We're done for the day. I'll see y'all next Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man.
I don't know.
Wow.
Marvin Sapp, welcome to Unfiltered Christian.
Oh, no.
No filter.
No.
Congratulations to you and
what did I say?
Unfiltered.
No filter. We don't got nothing. Right. So the next video.
Okay. The next video is I don't know how to feel about it, because I just feel like as a new Christian, a lot of the time, especially new Christians and there being influencers being popular, when you become a new Christian, you instantly become an influencer and you try to, go out and spread the word or teach people on a mass scale. And I don't know if we should be doing that as new Christians. Because for me, it's about growing. So that's what this video is about.
All right, let's play it.
Hey, I'm an influencer and I just gave over my life to Christ. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Congratulations. Yeah, I can't wait to start teaching people about Christianity. Okay, maybe you should just stick with your testimony and not be teaching, because you might mislead people. Oh, don't worry. I've been reading my Bible every day. I know the word. How long have you been a Christian? A couple of months. Right, okay, and pastors and priests, they study the Bible every day for decades, and you think you can start teaching now? Is that what you think you can be doing? Hey, I'm told to evangelize, to spread the word to every corner of the gospel. It also says, if you actually read your word, that not all of us should be teachers, because we who teach will be judged with greater strictness. So are you saying that I shouldn't go on every podcast known to man and come off as a subject matter expert and actually respect the people that go to school for years and have degrees in the Bible? Yeah, that would be a great start. And I shouldn't sell a Bible for
Was that the whole thing?
Yeah,
Before he started talking?
she's just gonna talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, so like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, if you are a new Christian, you just gave your life over, you are starting to be in your word and whatnot. Do you go on to teach, or do you think you should be like, learning yourself first, I guess?
Wouldn't you have to, like, or at least in most churches that I've been in, there are some type of like disciple classes or some type of like classes where you actually meet with either elders or the pastor and you get some teaching over a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the influencer stuff, I don't know. That just stay away from all of that though, because it seems like everybody want to be an influencer,
Right.
and not everybody has the right intent by it
Mm-hmm.
and behind it or whatever. So at least some type of classes, at least. I mean, cause I don't know though. I don't know, because God could do something miraculous, and
Mm-hmm.
but then I guess that's why he just said tell your testimony and not be a teacher.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like, okay, you're an influencer, you decide to give your life to Christ, and you want your videos to now show
Mm-hmm.
your new direction.
Right.
All right. There's ways you can go about that other than try to be a disciple or whatever. You can read the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's tons of channels where they just sit down and they just study the Bible. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read my Bible today. Come join me.
Mm-hmm.
Read my Bible. I don't think you should be going out explaining the Bible, because you don't know the Bible. You just met the Bible.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I doubt you even had time to even read the entire Bible. You know what I'm saying? And they feed off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to be in the New Testament. You can't go around telling people about the New Testament and you know zero about the Old Testament.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I feel like there are levels that you can then work towards. And no, and everybody is not meant to especially go out here and trying to pastor and, teach people things. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you should probably choose another,
Reese got something to say. I'm looking at him like, what are you gonna say?
So we no filter, right?
No
filter. No filter, right? Right? That's what we said our name is, right? We no filter Christians.
That's what we
All
said.
right, let's address the elephant in the room.
Ooh.
We're not gonna act like this not your small churches. We're not gonna act like this ain't 90% of the small churches.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Soon as someone gets saved, y'all want to find them a job to do in the church. Soon as someone say they want to join your church, y'all want to find them a job to do in the church, just to fill a spot or a void that you don't want to do no more as a pastor. So because y'all move this way, is why people think this way. Is why influencers, when they do get saved, or they do something, or they get a little enlightening or a little gem dropped on them, they just run with it and they want to tell everybody.
Right.
And stuff, because what the church has already set in place. 90% of the small churches, soon as you accept Christ, so what you do? You gonna play an instrument? You know what I'm saying? You want to go do the parking lot ministry? People come in just meet and greet. You want to do where can we put you? Is the first thing they think about soon as somebody joined the church. No, put me right here, right here in this seat. Like, let me grow. Let me do all this other stuff. So because it's happening in the church, you can't be mad or think that it ain't going to happen outside of the church.
Right.
And stuff. So, like, the whole behavior thing, like, it's messed up, because I feel like that's where a lot of Christians fall short or fall off at. Because they think that now that they become a Christian, they have to do something now. Instead of just sitting and still grow, sitting and still just, okay, let me learn my Bible, let me go do this, let me go do that, and stuff. Because we preach disciples make disciples. So you feel like once I become a disciple, I have to go out now to create more disciples. So how do now I have to become a speaker. Now I gotta go out and say all this other stuff and everything. Like how you said, no, dude, just tell your testimony.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta quote scriptures. Worry about that later. You get the scripture. You get it. You get the word. Everybody else, do your testimony. They say you overcome by the word of your testimony.
Right.
Not by the scripture is there and stuff, but the scripture is to combat everything else and stuff. Like every scripture isn't a soul winning scripture. Every Bible verse isn't a soul winning scripture that I can quote to you and be like, oh yeah, this is how you accept Christ. Read Psalms 98 and 2. And then you go read it. And like, this ain't got nothing to do with salvation and stuff. But my lifestyle and my testimony and the way I maneuver is how you eventually win souls.
Right.
And stuff. It's my lifestyle and how I maneuver is how people come up and be like, hey man, you look like you go to the church thing, man. I got a quick question and stuff. But it ain't just the influencers that's out here that's like, oh, let me go and reach these people and do all this other stuff. Like, this is 90% of small churches.
Absolutely.
Maybe higher than small churches. This is 99.9% of your mom and pop storefront small churches.
But they're not having them go be teachers, though.
They gonna put them wherever it is that they feel like they need to be
to start growing them. To start growing them. Like, they typically in churches, you start off usher or things of that. Like, they're not going to go and put you in a role where you're going to teach somebody about Jesus Christ. I think, ain't that what the video was? Wait, what's the video after?
I feel like I get what he's saying. I get what both y'all saying. Like, they do automatically have y'all jump into a role.
Yes.
But the role should not be teaching. If you're new.
But I feel like the teaching is just for this conversation or whatever. But I feel like the message behind the whole thing is just because I give my life to Christ, don't put this person in nothing. Why because they get saved, why do I got to be an usher? Why do I have to be somewhere? No, sit down. Let me talk to you. Let me walk with you. You still you just got up here day one. And then next Sunday I'm coming to you trying to figure out where I can place you.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, from his standpoint, she's what he said about a month.
Yeah,
the video. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, because people always want to quote Paul. Everybody want to be a Paul. But the thing is, Paul was Saul, and then he became Paul, and he was able to reach people because of his testimony. You know what I'm saying? He was a guy who was going after Christians. Now he is a Christian. Now ain't nobody gonna listen. You gotta explain that first. Or you gotta let people know how do you even get to this point? How did you go from to hunting them down, killing them? You know what I'm saying? Your whole mission was, hey, let me go over here to Damascus. And what I'm gonna do when I get to Damascus is I'm gonna find every last single Christian I can find. And I'm going to drag them back here so they can be persecuted, they can be killed, they can be hung, whatever. Whatever y'all want to do with these, give me permission. Let me get my homies, and we're gonna squad up, go over to Damascus, and we're going to capture some Christians. And then, by way, I became a Christian. Like, you can't just, you have to start somewhere. Like, I get that you want to start because you know what I'm saying? It's powerful when God hits you.
Yeah.
And that's something you want to share.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you should be sharing is how he got you and not the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Just share your testimony and how God delivered you from where you used to be whether that's game banging, drug dealing, crackhead, whatever, just a normal person in the street from being on fire for God. Because like in Matthew, it tells you about, what I'm saying, the sower. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you're in your beginning stage, you are not quote unquote good soil yet. You're still new. You know what I'm saying? So your ground isn't as fertile as somebody who isn't new in the faith and who's been able to put that time in with God and really get into the word and really learn. So when tragedy comes, you know what I'm saying, you're not dying out. You know what I'm saying? When somebody comes and slap you in your face because you're telling the word of God, you ain't go and say, I'm not gonna be a Christian no more. You know what I'm saying? When you go and tell your testimony and people telling you to shut up and be quiet and God this and God that, you get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Like our music, when we had to do that show at the park, we up here trying to do a show, and there's an old lady in the front row telling us to get off the stage so her grandkids can come up here and play the piano. Like, if you're new in the faith, that is detrimental to your growth. And if you're not ready for that, then you're going to just die out, and you're going to just end up converting back to what you was doing, and then that resets what God had planned for you, and now God got to start over again and try to get you back at His presence because you ran into a situation you wasn't ready for, because you decided to just gun hole with trying to, be a true disciple, and trying to win other people over by being a preacher or a teacher.
I feel like I've read the Bible, a couple times, but I still learn, like reading it over again, I still get a new message. I still get something that didn't click for me before. So if you just read it like once, you might not get the full picture of it. And then you're going out and you're trying to teach others. But you don't have that full picture yet. You haven't read it over, or heard from God, or, spent that time to really build up your knowledge before you're teaching it to others.
Yeah, the internet is a scary place. Because even teaching God, or say that they're trying to teach God, but they're taking it into their own, they're switching it up and giving out their message, and this is what they feel the Bible is saying. You know what I mean? Like that's why that whole influencer thing, not even just like Christian, that just the whole internet phase influencer thing, that bothers me. Because and I think it bothers me though, it's because of the youth, and the kids are just so attracted to everything, and there's so much on the internet that you can't guard everything. There's too many of people with their own opinions. You know what I mean? Okay, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
That makes sense.
You know something?
Your show? Yeah.
Let them live.
But yeah, I mean that, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, God brought you over for a reason. And that, you know what I'm saying, that may not necessarily mean that you got to stop being an influencer. You know what I'm saying? But you can use that, like I said, read the Bible, share your testimony. You know what I'm saying? Just do other stuff other than trying to break down the Bible when you don't really know how to fully break down the Bible.
That's not to say that you're not called to be a teacher. You know, God could have called you to be a teacher, but I think you need time to be able to know that that's what your purpose is or whatnot.
And since you brought up volunteering, that leads us to our last video, which is a video about volunteers and parking lot ministry, in the sense of the people who be standing out on the streets and,
Waving traffic.
right, waving traffic into the church, not the people who be on the microphone corner trying to spread the word.
Not evangelizing out
Yeah,
on the
not
corner.
evangelism, parking lot ministry, just parking lot volunteer ministries.
You have 100 people coming to your church. No one needs to have on an orange vest helping people park. You know that I went to the store before we did this. Nobody helped me park. Somehow I found a parking space. But you've got parking lot volunteers. Why? Oh, well, because isn't that what you do? Isn't that the setup? Isn't that how we grow? Yeah. So
here's what's even worse if you have announcers in the lobby before service with microphones acting like they're on ESPN and they're setting up the service and being so psyched about what's coming up. That is probably the most cringe church thing that I can see. So here's the thing. Again, if you're Elevation Transformation with millions of people watching you, it might work for you. But if you're a church of 1,000 or less, and I've seen churches do this with announcers in the lobby, you don't need that. Please stop.
No, please stop. Like, so I love that you brought this up. It's cringe.
So what's your thoughts?
So taking on big churches, like what big churches are doing and the little churches doing it, is that what we're talking about?
So they're saying that if you have a congregation of less than 1,000 people,
okay,
there should not be a parking lot ministry.
I mean, wouldn't it just kind of depend on, well, okay, yeah, I was about to say it would just kind of depend on the city and the traffic and how many people, but you said less than 1,000. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, because to each their own. Like, what if they want a parking lot ministry? Why can't they have a parking lot ministry?
Right.
Now I don't know about the announcer in the foyer, like as I'm walking in and like trying to pump me and prime me, get me excited about service. I don't know about that, but I mean, to each their own. If that's what they feel God told them to do, why can't they have no parking lot ministry? They might only got 50 cars. Hey, let's park all up by the front. Hey, it's a parking spot up here. You missed it. I don't know.
I feel that a parking lot ministry is more than just directing people where to park.
Oh, yeah, that's their first.
That is what I see when I first pull up. So
that's the first.
Take Soma. When we pull up to Soma City, there is about six parking lot volunteers just spread it out throughout the drive to get to the church. So there's usually 2 right at the street. There are 2 more where the parking lot
out there today.
Yeah, there's always cops out there.
Oh,
yeah, they stop traffic so the people who's coming to the church can get inside without waiting too long.
Yeah, we saw that today.
So there's because it's merging, so the people who's leaving, they have a side that they're coming from.
Oh, okay.
So there's 2 people there, and then there's 1 person once you get to the church that kind of directs you if you want directed, depending on how packed it is. Most of the time they just have a sign that says welcome. But pulling up, they're excited. And then they're waving, they're excited. Right. They get me, I'm waving at them. I'm like, okay, let's get ready for church. You know what I'm saying? They're like it builds, I feel like it builds up this anticipation and it makes you feel like it's a church that wants you to be here.
Welcome to
you. You know what I'm saying? That they got people out here at the street welcoming you to this church. You know what I'm saying? They got a cop right here shutting the street down just so you can get inside.
Right.
Just so you can get inside.
Get in the building.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So the people who's leaving, they can leave. And the people who's coming in, they come in. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes you feel like, okay, this is this is gonna be a good church, to get into. Then you got the people at the door. You know what I'm saying? Greeting you as you come into the door. I feel like it builds this ambiance of this, okay,
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this gonna be a good church.
See, I didn't even think about it from that perspective, but absolutely, if that's my first thing that's my first thing of your church is somebody meeting me before I even pull in and welcoming. Yeah, Okay. Yeah.
Especially if you're a first timer, if you're
Right.
nervous, like, oh, I don't really go to church, and do I fit in? You see these people automatically just out there welcoming you, excited to see you, happy that you're there. I just feel like it, leads to a good environment.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been to a church where it was raining. They met everybody at their car with a person with an umbrella
That's nice.
and walked you in and stuff like that. Like if you do it right, it's the small stuff that brings people back, not just what you offer as an amenity or because the praise and worship team is good and stuff like that. It's the small stuff. It's just like at a restaurant. Like the food could be, but you be like, I like it there. Like it's a vibe there. I'll go back.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I ate better before, but the way they, the way they treat me here,
service is quick.
The service is quick.
I don't feel like I'm being ignored.
And I don't feel like I'm being judged or anything. Right. This person's the waiter talking to me normal. They don't feel like they just trying to work for a tip and things like that. So it's stuff like that that brings you back to certain places and stuff. So I feel like whether I have 5 people or 5,000, for me to treat my 5 people as if they was 5,000,
right,
means more than anything.
Yeah, it's like the old saying about the girl. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather have a million girls, or would you have one girl and treat her, with the love of a million? And like a lot of the comments, and that's what a lot of the comments were saying, is like mega churches got mega for doing the small. You don't wait to be a mega church to start doing these things. These are things that was already in place before the growth. And then as the church grew, it then expanded into what they have now. You know what I'm saying? You talking Elevation Church, they got buses. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more than just a parking lot. They got a whole bus that picks you up and bring you to the church. They have a fleet of things that makes you feel welcome, but it started with the person in the parking lot waving at you, saying, hey, welcome to whatever church. You know what I'm saying? As you pull up to the building.
Yeah.
Because your praise and worship team is only gonna get you so far. Like, yeah, y'all have great music, but after I'm just not, and I just don't feel it here. There's something missing. I don't know what it is, but there's something about your setup that I don't know. I just don't feel welcome. Like, yeah, I could jab out once church start, and yeah, you got a good, decent message, but
like, I think it's a mood setter. Like I've gone into church and I just wasn't like in a great mood. And then you see these people, they're smiling, they're happy, they're waving at you, they're holding signs and stuff. And it kind of like, oh, okay, it gets me in a better mind state. Like, okay, I'm gonna go into church, it's gonna be good, etc. So, I don't think it's cringe.
Like Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Reason why Chick-fil-A line is always long.
Yeah.
It's not because of the food.
Right.
Some good chicken. It's a good sandwich.
It's a good sandwich, but there's other chicken spots.
There's other chicken spots.
You know what I'm saying? But
I don't have to wait in such a line.
Service.
Yeah.
It's the meet and greet that I get before you even take my order.
Right.
You treat me like I don't really need y'all money. Like, that's how y'all treat me. Y'all ask me how I'm doing. Ask me how my day going. Then, what can we get you started with?
Yeah. Let me feed you now.
Like, it's always, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it has to be more than just your choir and your pastor.
Yeah.
And it's not just a mega church thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like people got to get away from, the only mega churches can do that.
I've done been to some churches where the preacher was mud.
Absolutely.
Mud. But the people was cool. That made me come back. Like, hey, this church cool. The pastor, I mean, all right, you know what I'm saying? I brought on my phone. That's why you I hear a little bit of it. But
no offense to
You gonna say the name?
Right. Well, before we go, hold on.
I feel like I got to.
You don't.
Hey, man, there's no filter. Say the name.
Right.
Say the name.
No offense to Cedar Creek, because I love Cedar Creek more than I like Cornerstone. I would prefer to go to Cedar Creek over Cornerstone. I don't really rock with Cornerstone.
Opinion based. Okay,
right. Yeah. That's just my thing.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan. But I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've been to Cedar Creek, even when Daddy was volunteering there, we was there every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I cannot remember a word that the pastor ever said.
Yeah. Facts.
But I know that they had a guy in the parking lot driving a golf cart that picked us up because we parked a little back more and brought us to the front. I remember the greeters in the lobby. I remember the one that told me, "Yo, you see all those pops up there? They free. Get whatever you want. Say less." All right. I remember when I got in there, and I remember like the experience of praise and worship. I don't know what songs they sung, but that boy dropped like a concert. And I was like, okay. But it's like I can't really remember past that. But I can remember everything that led me up to that point. You know what I'm saying? And then if I wanted to, but since I have a church, but that's pastor. I would rather go to his church. I would rather build his up than be a part of your church. So I could see myself going there because of the experience that they give you before church even starts. And I feel like that's very important. It's at least a start, especially when you get people who are new coming in there. Like that is what keeps them coming back, and then sooner or later they go, okay, all right, this pastor's actually saying something.
Be invested,
right? They invest more. You know what I'm saying? I can't really say I wasn't full-heartedly invested because it ain't my church. Like I'm just here visiting. I got a church. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wasn't really invested enough to honestly really pay attention. And plus, when I go to church, it's hard for me to pay attention because I'm looking at everything. How do your sound? Where's your sound people at? Where's the cameras at? Why do drums sound like that? Like, why do I hear everything else and I can tiny bit hear the bass? I need more bass. Why is it doing
Not you looking around and you can see it.
Literally.
That is my problem with going to different churches. And as much as I like Soma City, that's like even then, like a few Sundays, it's like okay, something's off. That drummer, who's that drummer? He knew that does not sound right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's keep playing the same exact beat for all the songs. Like change it up. Like this is where my mind goes. So it's hard for me to really lock in. Because I'm not gonna lie.
If I'm not playing, it's going to be hard for me to come to your church. It's going to be hard for me to come to your church because that's how my mind works.
Right, because I'm looking at the person who does what I do.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it as good.
Doing it right.
If I do it and stuff, when I hear you do a song, I'm like, okay, do you miss the symbol? You miss this. Now my mind is over there. So if I'm in the pulpit, if I'm in the off in the seats, 9 out of 10.
It's hard for me to lock in during praise and worship unless I find nothing wrong.
Attending.
Yeah.
And stuff.
It's hard.
It also goes back to the saying, people say, I'm not going somewhere I'm not welcome.
Right.
So once you feel like you're not welcome or you feel like you're just a tithes and offering, then you're gonna lose out on a lot. So I feel like that first impression of what's I'm being introduced to, and especially if I'm coming into a church and I don't even know what nothing is at, and ain't nobody telling me what nothing that you got multiple doors and stuff. I don't know what door I'm supposed to go in. I don't know
especially if it's in the basement. It's like now I gotta go wandering around your basement.
Yeah, like when you ain't got those things in place. It can be a turnoff. It can be a turnoff. So I feel like it shouldn't just be a mega church thing. I just feel like that should just be church.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna say a name this time, but because I feel like it's gonna be too controversial. But like stepping down from a position, like where you said, where coming from being being a musician, right, and then stepping down, right. If you don't like, that's how I felt at the one church, like coming from playing the piano, and I'm saying that I feel like I don't. That's not where God is taking me. You know what I'm saying? It's to be stuck behind the piano. You know what I'm saying? Then I get into the seats, and then it's like I'm invisible now. I'm coming inside the church, and it's like, yeah, I know where everything is. I've been here, but I've been going here for years. But it's like there's I don't know if it's just anger because I don't want to play the piano no more. You feel some type of way about that, but like that stuff is important. That's one of the reasons that it was so easy to leave a church. Like I have no quarrels leaving your church because you're not giving me a reason why I should even stay here anymore because I'm not doing what you want me to do. Or even get it set up for me to be able to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going more towards the ministry side, if I'm a pastor of a church and I have someone come to me and be like, "Hey, I feel like God is calling me to go in this direction. Like I know I've been doing this for you for a while. I feel like God is leading me this way." You have no structure to even guide me into the direction I need to go into, or even willing to even lead me in the direction where I feel like God is trying to take me. And I feel like when you have that type of mindset that, we don't need all these people in place, or we don't need, it's a slippery slope. But yeah. Mini mission. What we got for the mini mission?
Okay. So we just got some Christian hot takes.
All right.
I don't know how many I want to do.
We just do like 5. What we did, 5 for the other one,
Okay. One of them says, "Not everyone who says God told me actually heard from God."
Oh,
so we saying we just kind of conversing about
I guess.
Yeah. So
yeah,
just
having a
true.
little discussion.
Very true.
100.
People be lying on God. Lying.
I meet people all the time, and it's like, there's no way. There's no way you telling me you doing what you're doing in the world, and then you get up on a Sunday, and you think you for that do. There's conflict in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. There's no way you hear from. How are you hearing from God and you doing both? They said God he ain't living in both. And the way you live in life outside of Sunday, I can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, if God has someone speak to you, it's going to be in a confirmation of what you already been feeling, or he's been already speaking to you about it. Like, he's not going to just skip over me and be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you. Go talk to this person,
man,"
and stuff. No, I'm going to talk to you. And then when I feel like you're not listening, or you up here, I don't know if that's my voice or if that's God's voice, and I don't know who that is talking and all that other stuff. All right, I'm send this person to come and confirm what it is.
What have already told. Yeah.
And stuff. Like I hate when I hear people when they get up there, they start speaking to you like, what? I don't even do none of that. Like, what are you talking about? Or like they start speaking on people and it's like, what?
Yeah. Or trying to tell me how I feel.
Yeah.
Huh?
You feel like it's a lot of weight on your shoulder. No,
I'm good.
I'm happy. I'm happy. You think I'm worried about is why you call me up here?
Man, you must not know me. I live this life. I thrive on chaos. I don't know what you talking about. Too heavy.
I just feel like, yeah, when it comes to that,
Jesus, give me more. What you
trying to make it sound good.
You know,
yeah, stuff.
You know, that trial went too fast. Give me another one.
I'm ready.
Man, that's more money this time, Jesus. See how good I was.
Right.
See how good I did.
It's silly.
I'm weak.
Okay. Next one I have is you can go to church and still not know God.
Oh, absolutely.
Very true.
That's
and then for the wrong reason.
A huge portion of people.
A huge.
Facts. Because what he say? What they did not cast out demons in your name, did not prophesy. Far from me, you work over nigga, because I never knew you.
Yeah.
There's stuff like you can be in that mug all day and still not. Just like you can go into church and sit next to that same person Sunday after Sunday and still don't know the person you sit next to. Like, it's crazy. There's stuff like it's not a movie theater.
Yeah.
You just come in here just thinking about the shit, watch the film, and then just leave and just come here every Sunday because the bar ain't open yet.
Yeah, I mean, cause you can just like the scripture, you can do stuff for the church and still not know.
Yeah.
So, cause that you know what I'm saying, like when I look back on, you know what I'm saying, when I first started doing things, now from a worldly standpoint, I'm a pretty good kid. But if you look it through the eyes of the Lord, I was out here wilding. Now I might have not been wilding the way other people.
Lord.
I might have not been out here wilding like everybody else was out here wilding, because I still know God. So you know what I'm saying, I'll be trying to, you know what I'm saying. But sometimes, like, bro, I was out here doing some stuff that I shouldn't have never done.
Very true.
And getting up and still out here writing songs.
Yeah, still. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Because I was about to say, even working in ministry, you could still not know God and be far away from God. Like you said, you was writing songs and you was still doing what you was doing. I was drinking and still, just
I'm out here being conflicted, writing stuff, and as soon as that pen go down, everything I just wrote about, right back to it.
Right back to it.
I would go to church faithfully. I was like, sometimes it was just me and the pastor. We were just there, and it was just the two of us. But Saturday evening, I was out. I was drinking. I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it's not until you're ready for him, or if he tired of you playing and he gonna for real show you, but still, it's when you need him and you have to rely on him and focus on him. It ain't about nothing else.
Man, because there ain't so many times we ride the coattails of either our grandparents or our parents and stuff like that. Like, well, hey, you know what I mean? I came, my grandfather and them brought me here. They saved. They went to church. I know God through them. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Like, they don't have their own personal relationship.
Yeah. I was talking to Daddy because I was planning on working on a message. What is it called? Called Inheritance. That a lot of people feel like, you inheriting God's blessings because of what your father does or what your grandfather does. You know what I'm saying? It's like Job. You know what I'm saying? Like Job every day sacrificed for his kids. He would do a sacrifice to God for his kids. His kids ain't out here sacrificing for God. They don't do the sacrifice to repent for, if they missed, if they did something wrong in the Lord's eyes. No, they out here just living life, and their dad's out here trying to keep them in God's good graces by sacrificing and doing all this stuff on their behalf. And it's like, that will only get you so far. And like when you view things, so especially like the Book of Job, is like people were, oh, why would all his kids die? Because Job told you in the scriptures they was possibly out here blaspheming and doing everything else that the world was doing. So when the devil came to attack the family, who did they attack? Who he attacked first? The people who do nothing about the Lord. You don't have a hedge. Job has that hedge of protection by the Lord. You think that just because that's your father, you also get that same privilege, and that's not the case.
Indeed. Okay. This one says some Christian influencers care more about branding than truth.
So yes.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people just do it because Christianity is such a hot market right now. Like, I forgot what I was watching, but like one rapper was telling me that he was talking to somebody else, and he was like, yeah, I became a Christian rapper just because, what I'm saying, it got me all the views. Like, I was doing normal music, I wasn't getting a lot of views, so I decided just to make Christian music, and my view count went up. Like, you just doing it to get money. Like, you're just tapping into something that that you see as profitable, so you feel like, oh, but also enter this market. Because I feel like Christianity now that's all it is. Like, people, they turned it into an industry where they can feel like, oh, you get money from doing this?
Right.
Yeah. And I feel like certain Christians are too open for it. Like, soon as you take a secular artist want to drop something, like how everybody was all gung ho for Kanye. Oh, he doing these Sunday service and he doing all this other stuff. And I remember people asking me, how you feel about Kanye doing all? I don't feel anything about Kanye doing X, Y, and Z. I don't believe Kanye for doing X, Y, and Z. Now, once I see what you do after this, is when I can give you my 2 cents. But off of a first project, because you want to drop a Christian album because your hip hop albums ain't selling, or you want to do this church stuff because you're not doing arenas no more and stuff, like no, like we too.
Oh,
like,
shoot. Oh, sorry.
We too, like,
I forgot about dinner.
Welcome me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's crazy. So like, of course, so when they see that, and then we so quick to reward them for that and stuff, we would there's artists that been out for years putting that hard work and ain't get no type of recognition. But as soon as this person jump over, oh, let's bring them in. Let's let them perform. Let them do all this other stuff.
Let's give them the Christian rap artist of the year.
Yeah,
all this, like, you know what I'm saying. You got people out here, really putting in work for the Lord, and the moment somebody famous switch over, you give them every possible opportunity,
and they like
they could possibly have, because you think that they gonna stay.
Yeah.
And you think that's good? Do you think that they're gonna win more people? That so magically they're going to bring over all of their fans are going to all convert to Christianity now.
They're all going to be our fans.
They're going to all stop smoking and all this other stuff.
Once again, we no filter. You look at Tyler Perry. Like, you rode our coattail for years. Just to get to a position
and then
swap.
Yeah.
And just switched on us. Ain't put out nothing else about us since. I ain't got a Christian-based movie, TV show from you yet. Since you got your fame and dip.
Yeah, it's just like how they say white artists is when they enter the hip hop industry. Once you get what you need, you go right back to country or whatever
right back into
genre
your
you
lane
wanted
and
to be at to begin with. After you done used hip hop to get you where you are, now you want to switch.
Man,
y'all
it's
using
about
Christianity to
consistency. If I don't see consistency in it, it goes back to where the Bible said that they will know you by your fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't see consistency in your work, I don't see consistency in your vlogs, I don't see consistency and whatever it is that you're doing or whatever your platform is, then it should just be supported from afar.
Absolutely.
Until I see, like, okay, this don't look like it's a clout chase.
Yeah.
This look like this person really trying to change. So let me go. Okay, because I can be a shoulder without being a supporter.
Yeah.
And stuff like I can be your shoulder and I can come in and be like, can I see this? Like, even with, like, once again, I only can speak from a Christian artist perspective because that's the lane I'm in. If a secular artist wants to do something or work on something, my thing isn't, oh, dang, yeah, they got this big, huge following. I could go over here and hopefully win somebody back over here. Like, no, like, I need to talk to you to see what your mind at. This is just one song on this album. What's the ones before this and the one after this? And what started other stuff? Like, we can chop it up. Now, I ain't even gonna say, like, oh, I can't talk to you or I can't be friends with you. I just can't do the music right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do a song.
Yeah, I can't do the song right now. And I'm not saying not ever. I'm saying not right now.
Right. Because my thing is, you just because you stop doing what you doing doesn't mean that the fruit on your tree is edible. If you've been producing bad fruit, that has to die out. And then just because I see a little bit of green sprouting up, like, bro, you still got a lot of growing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a podcast with Lecrae and I want to say Tasha Cobbs, or it could have been another artist that did a song with another worldly artist. But whatever the case it was, you know what I'm saying, she was saying, you know what I'm saying, about the fans. You know, we go over there and enter, you know how many people that, you know what I'm saying, so it goes both ways. And, you know what I'm saying, you're opening up people to that. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if, you know what I'm saying, you doing, because I feel like it's still both ways. Like, I just don't feel like y'all should mix the two. I don't feel like there's a way to successfully go for the lost doing that without also maybe sacrificing. You know what I'm saying? Because when God left the 99 to go save the one, or like, I'm pretty sure he ain't just like, all right,
bring the 99.
Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do it in a way that because you don't know if you're gonna lose one by going out and maybe, possibly grabbing some more, because that's still up in the air. You don't know that. You don't know they're gonna switch over. They might just think it's a dope song and then add it to their playlist. Like, people ain't walking around here with a mixed playlist that goes from worldly music to gospel music back to worldly music to gospel. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's you just another song and another worldly person's playlist.
Man. And in closing, like, it definitely confuses because I remember they called for a fast and we couldn't, you couldn't do nothing secular, no TV shows, no movies, and stuff like that. So I remember one of my kids coming and asking if they can listen to Lil Baby featuring Kirk Franklin. Said it's a gospel song. And I'm like, no, it's a positive song. It's a positive song.
Right.
But that, it confuses them.
Right.
Now, because they see a gospel person on that record, they just automatically think it's a gospel record.
Right.
And stuff. And then I don't even want to go down that loophole of gospel and stuff like that, because y'all calling it the gospel music and it's not gospel. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so I feel like it's definitely a thin line and stuff, and you have to be cautious on. That's why I say, like, if God told you to go, by all means, go. But it ain't made for everybody to go over there and stuff like that, because it is a nice it's a slippery slope.
Mm-hmm.
And once you slip, you can lose more than what you gain.
Absolutely.
Right.
Very true.
Before you start the next question,
Okay.
got me all morbid. Underwear. Head up.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This one says, being nice is not the same as being Christ-like.
True. Yeah, because people be nice and don't gotta look at Christ in them.
Yeah,
They can be kind to people, but not loving, not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Christ is more than just nice.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, because it goes into merit. You know what I'm saying? You can't enter heaven off of your merit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't earn
right.
your way into heaven. You know, just because you're a good person.
Hey, what was that thing you said last week? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like I lost my train of thought again. But yeah, because I feel like being nice is like how the season change.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like, I feel like you being nice almost had strings. Because once I do something to you, you're no longer nice to me no more. But if I'm Christ-like, I have to be nice to you whether you nasty to me or not.
Right.
Whether I walk past and you mean mug me, doesn't give me the right to then just blow up in your face and stuff like that. Like, the Bible says, when I was yet sinning, Christ died for me. So Christ didn't wait for me to be nice for him to say, okay, I'm going to die for you. He didn't wait for me to help someone across the street to be like, okay, I'm going to die for you and stuff. And I feel like that's the difference, is that Christ-like doesn't come with strings.
Right.
It don't come with or a boomerang. It's not a boomerang. Like, I'm gonna throw this out here hoping I get something back and stuff like that. So I feel like if you just nice, you just a nice person.
Right.
Just a nice person for this moment until something take you a different way. Like, I heard a lot of people say that. Like, they used to say, I know a lot of pastors and people joke about it, but they was like, I'm ratchet and righteous and stuff like like I can go either way in this, depending on how you want this to go. Yeah. And it ain't it's not supposed to be that way. No. Like, I got to go down this street regardless of whether you come down this street or not.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Okay. Last one. You don't have to post your faith to prove it.
True. I feel like just because you posted, I mean, I don't know, because some people post it just to post. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People have other intentions from it, but people could know your fruit without seeing your social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They know you because of who you are, the things that you do, not because you're blasting it out for the world to see.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, because I hate the post that says, like, if you like Jesus, keep scrolling.
I hate that.
I'm a scroll.
Send to all of these friends. I hate it.
Yeah, like, bro, like,
No. That doesn't prove that I like Jesus.
Right.
That's not proof. Yeah. You want the like, not Jesus.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're monetized and you want money.
Right.
I'm gonna ignore you.
God didn't tell me to like this.
Exactly.
He didn't tell me I had to share this with 10 of my friends or I like the devil. That's not.
Oh,
it's not related.
God, that's the one I hate, though.
I hate that.
You don't share this. You love the devil.
I hate that.
Oh,
Man.
I don't want to see this in my timeline.
Mm-mm.
Good morning. Good way to get to bed.
So bad.
You're smart whoever started that. But yeah, like whether I post or don't post, because I can post while I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing and stuff, or I could be just in the moment and throw a Tasha Cobb thing on YouTube, put it on my page.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that I know Tasha Cobb category. Like, you don't even know that. So I just heard this one song, was like, oh, this is a nice song.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like just because you post about it, don't mean you know about it.
Right.
And stuff. But I mean, it's cool to post about it. Because I mean, we in a day and age where social media do exist, and it is a part of where you can reach someone from across the world and stuff. So I feel like, of course, you should post if you're gonna post and stuff. But I feel like that's not the end all be all.
Yeah, it doesn't define whether or not you are a Christian or not a Christian, or if you have faith or don't have faith.
Absolutely.
But it could reach somebody.
Yeah. It could.
Yeah.
Even though you might be doing your dirt, it still might could reach somebody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode number 2. Good though.
Yes, sir. I am the chosen one.
I'm Dee.
It's Jazz.
And it's Christian.
And we are
No Filter Christians.
Well, y'all said it better
nothing to do with him.
Has everything to do with me.
If you're tired of the fake, tired of the script, then buckle up, fam. This is No Filter Christians.